Alright guys, welcome back to Conscious Evolution. I'm AJ. I wanted to talk about this, I guess I'll call it the Christ Consciousness. This would be Christ Consciousness 2. Right, okay. So yeah, we're going to do Christ Consciousness number 2. What made me think to do this video was that I was talking to this other YouTuber, YouTube channel by Bonezee, Bonezee. Yeah, so I reached out to Bonezee in one of his videos around New Year's, I believe it was. I just, I felt like I needed to contact him for some reason. I didn't know why. I just felt led to, like, I'm gonna email this guy, So I think I put my email address out there. He sent me an email, and we communicated a couple of times via email. And then he watched my video yesterday, and we had some interesting things happening. Like with the video, it's I'll let him talk about that in his videos. You got to go over there to see that when he posts it. Hopefully he will. I'm sure he will. He says he's made a video. He's got so many videos just sitting there, like, ready to go. And we're all our own worst critics. And I know I had to get past that, like, oh, it's not perfect, or this is but I just had to, like, whatever. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. This is what I feel like I need to do, so I put the videos out there. It's not like that many people are seeing them anyway. Dude, I looked at the camera, it was 222. Oh man, I love the numbers. So we got to talking about numbers, and he was texting me this morning about numbers. Today's January 23rd, 2019. It all adds up, reduces down to 9. My brother's birthday's today. He turned 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. Like, that kind of shit amazes me. And then he's got me, like, looking at the times that we send the text messages to, and they all reduce down to either 9 or 7. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We're sitting there doing basic math all morning long. It's got me, caught up for time. I actually ended up rushing to get ready by 8 o'clock this morning to do my energy session with Rebecca. So I thought that was funny. And then, being my brother's birthday and how that all reduces down to 9. So I sent him, I did the same thing. I sent him the text about the numerology of it, and he was like, dude, that's crazy. And I went in the house. I was like, you're 36, right? He's like, wait, no, am I? Like, dude, I gotta tell you how old you are. Come on. I guess you're only as old as you feel, In that case, he probably feels like he's 46. Love you, brother. Happy birthday. And so yeah, so we got to talking about, and I talked about this with Rebecca also, and I think she said it in the comments, of basically like how these things are resonating with her, or she was thinking about them, before I make the video. So we're developing this Christ consciousness that all around the world, especially with YouTubers, are noticing it the most, I believe. When you think of something independently, like the videos I do, I don't look to outside sources to find a topic. I literally I clear the cosmos, and I say anything that you want me to say that people need to hear. Just let that be so. Let's do it right now. Clear the cosmos, and I just turn the camera on with a general topic in mind. But I go, I ramble like now. I want to talk about Christ consciousness, but talk about everything else but. So anyway, with YouTubers especially, and he's noticed it too. He's like, I thought of an idea for a video. I made a video. I'm like, man, no one out there is talking about this. And then as soon as he makes the video, there's 5 videos, right in your face about the same topic. Because we're all connected. We are all one. All connected. I mean, we're all connected to God, to Christ, to Source. We're all connected. We all have psychic energy, psychic powers that we're not aware of, or most of us aren't aware of. Some people are very much in tune with it and very much empaths and can feel people's energies, which I'm beginning to develop that too, and I don't like it when I'm out in some places where it's like real hostile energies. Sometimes at work it's like that, and I get a really deep, you know, kind of, now I think about it, I've always kind of felt that way, especially when people get aggressive. Like, I feel that energy, and I don't like it. Don't like it. I never liked it. I never liked confrontation. You know? But I've been forced into a lot of confrontation. And I really don't like it. But yeah, so we're all connected. And we're all on this same wavelength. So I told him he never heard of the 100 monkey experiment. So they basically what they did, they had like 2 control groups of monkeys on different islands. So there's one same kind of monkeys, one group on one island, another group on another island, different islands, separate place. And what they did, these monkeys like sweet potatoes, so they throw sweet potatoes down on the beach or in the water or on the sand, and the monkeys would eat it with the sand on it. They didn't like the sand, but some of them would just eat it anyway. And then you know, some of the younger monkeys would go pick the sweet potatoes up, take them down to the water, rinse off the sand, and then eat them. And that started catching on. You know, some of the other ones would do it. Some of them still ate it with the sand on it. And then they I think, I don't remember, it's been a while since I looked up, read this. You can find videos on YouTube. You can find videos of anything on YouTube, but I think like they had babies, like the monkeys had newborns that just knew to go, you know, rinse the potato off in the water, get the sand off of it, and eat it. So they did that experiment for a while. I think it went through like generations of monkeys. Like, I don't know how long, but you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, I hope so. And so they did the same experiment with the other group of monkeys on the other island. But this time, when they threw the potatoes in the sand, the monkeys immediately knew to take the potatoes to the water and rinse the sand off. Because that's the Christ consciousness. We're all part of the same. You know, we all learn from each other. We just do it subconsciously, unconsciously. We're not aware of it. And, you know, people don't, the powers that be don't want you to know how powerful you truly are, how connected we really are. That we are all divine beings of light that animate this avatar, okay? So they don't want you to know that, because then it's easy for you to remove a lot of your fears. Like, if you know when you die, like, that's the end of your game, like, that's it. Like, your game's over. And you can go back to your normal life as a light being, as a star seed, a star child, whatever you are. And so many people would be so much happier living outside of the fears that they have. Fears and false beliefs, man. It keeps us paralyzed, keeps us crippled. That we can't, you know, we just don't. Anyways, so the 100 monkey experiment, they did a similar experiment on people, on humans. And what they did was they had like a study group, a small group of people, and they showed them this picture, and this picture had like 100 human faces in the picture, or faces. It said like 100 faces, and they were asked to pick out as many faces as they could find. And most people got like 6 to 8 faces. They found 6 to 8 faces in this picture. So after that study was over, they went out to like England in a closed circuit, television closed circuit area, so it's like a controlled group, but a large group of people, okay? And then they aired a segment on that closed circuit system showing where all the faces were on this picture, the same picture. They pointed out all the faces to the people, so they saw that on TV. The masses in that area saw where all the faces were on that picture. But it didn't get out. It didn't go further than that. This was a while ago, like before the internet, so it didn't go viral or anything. Like, that didn't exist then. And then, so then what they did is they went to another place, and they, I'm gonna take a shortcut here. So they went to another place, another part of the world, or wherever they went, I don't remember. And they did the same test over again with the same, group of people, a controlled group of people that had no idea, that had never seen it before. But now they were able to pick out like 15 to 20 faces on this picture, like everybody was, instead of the 6 to 8 that they had previously seen. So by exposing, by showing people where all the faces were, that subconsciously or unconsciously connected to everyone around us. To everyone. We're all connected, all of us. And that connected. So the next time they ran that experiment, the people knew. They knew where more faces were. They were able to see where all the faces, not all of them, but a lot more. That just blows my mind. And that blew his mind too. Oh, and the other day I got a haircut. Yeah, look, I got a haircut. I guess you'd have seen that from my video earlier. So, I went and got my haircut yesterday. And, I say and a lot. Listen to myself talk on the last video. Sorry, I know it can get kind of redundant. Anyways, went to my barber, and I was starting to talk about somebody that wasn't there. And then I stopped myself and was like, you know what? I'm really working on not talking about people that aren't in front of me. And he's like, dude, yeah, that's great. Like, yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to talk about people like when they're not in front of you. That's, that'll just create such a bad reality, and you don't want to do that. And he started talking about realities. I'm like, dude, what the? I can't believe you just said that right now. So we got to talking, and then another customer came in and was sitting there, so we didn't really go too wild and crazy on our topics of discussion after that. There's this one reality video that was in my suggested videos for like 2 weeks, and I kept resisting it because I wasn't interested in it. And then one night I was finally like, all right, well, obviously I'm supposed to watch this video because it's been there, the top suggested video on my feed for 2 weeks. The same video. So I finally had time one night. I sat down and watched it. It was over now. It's a movie. It's over an hour long. And wow, it talks about that, like quantum physics. What is it? I can't think. Yeah, quantum physics, essentially string theory, superstring theory, and how there's scientists out there that are actually proving these theories about like the quantum and 8th dimension or something like that. I don't know. That is not my forte, but I have the video on my playlist. You gotta check it out. I think it's under the the playlist, like Universe or Universal Realities or Universe Realities, Realities of the Universe, something like that. I don't remember what I named it. I did it quick, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. But definitely watch that. It'll expand your consciousness. It'll expand your mind, expand your paradigms of thinking, if you will. It'll expand your mind. How about that?